Hey, you lovelies! If you're a romance author who wants a website that actually makes sense, you're in the right place. Today we're talking about something I don't hear many web designers talk about, and honestly, it might be one of the most important things I could tell you before you start building your own romance author website. It's that not everyone watching this video right now should be building a website. And that's not a bad thing. It might actually be the smartest thing you could know about where you are right now. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to tell the difference. Not so you can delay things forever, but so that you can move forward at the right time for you and with a lot less stress. If you've been around the online author world for any amount of time, you've probably heard some version of just get something up. Just pick a platform and start. Done is better than perfect. Just launch. And there's truth in that. Paralysis is real, and I've talked about that in other videos in this series. Waiting forever for perfect conditions is its own trap. But here's what that advice leaves out. Building a website before you're ready doesn't save you time. It costs you time. Because you end up rebuilding, redesigning, second-guessing everything. Or, and this one's really common, you build something, feel nothing but dread about it, and then avoid sending anyone there for months. I know this firsthand. I tried building my own author website before I had clarity about what I needed. I knew what websites in general technically needed, but I still ended up overwhelmed, kept adding more trying to make it feel right, and eventually just closed the tab and didn't look at it again for months. So the question isn't, have you waited long enough? The question is, are the right pieces in place? Let's start with the good news. Here are the signs that you're genuinely ready to build. And if these describe you, I want you to feel settled about moving forward. 1. You know what your website's job is. You don't need a 15-point strategy. You just need one clear answer to, what is this website for? Is it to grow your email list? To give readers a home base? To sell direct? If you watched my last video and walked away knowing what your site's one main job is, that's a green light. 2. You have at least one book published, or one coming soon. This isn't a hard rule, but it's a useful one. Your website needs something to point to. If you have a book out, or one that's actively in production with a real publication timeline, you have enough to build around. Pre-debut authors, you're not excluded, but we'll talk more about that in a second. 3. You have your basic brand assets gathered. You watched the pre-gaming video. You have or are actively working on your author photos, your color palette, your book covers, and your bio. These don't have to be perfect, they just need to exist. You can refine later. But if you're starting from zero on all of these at the same time as you're building a site, you're going to overwhelm yourself. 4. You know roughly who your reader is. You don't need a detailed reader persona. You just need a sense of who am I writing for and what do they need to feel when they land on my website. If you can answer that, even loosely, you're ready. 5. You feel calm about starting, not panicked. This one's soft, but it matters. There's a difference between I'm nervous but excited, which is normal and fine, and I feel like I'm already drowning before I've even started. If it's the latter, that's worth paying attention to. It might mean that something's not quite in place yet, and that's okay. Now, and I want to say this gently but clearly, if you recognize yourself more in this next section, that's not a failure. It's information, and information is useful. 1. You're not sure what your website is supposed to do. If you're still fuzzy on your site's one main job, building right now is like packing for a trip before you've decided where you're going. You'll overpack, you'll forget things, and you'll end up unpacking and starting all over. What to do instead? Go back to video 4 in this series, what your website is actually for. That's the homework that has to come before the building. 2. You're pre-debut with no clear publication timeline. If you're still writing your first book and you don't have a publication date anywhere on the horizon, a full website right now is probably premature. A simple landing page? Maybe. A newsletter sign up? Absolutely. But a full 5-page site? It's more infrastructure than you need in this season. What to do instead? Focus on your craft. Get that book closer to done. And use this time to gather your assets and do your research. Your future self will thank you. 3. You're building out of anxiety, not strategy. This is a big one. Building a website because you feel like you should have one, because everyone else does, because you're scared of being invisible, or because you're trying to feel more official, is not a great foundation. Anxiety-driven websites tend to become anxiety-maintaining websites. And what to do instead? Name what's actually driving the urgency. Is it external pressure, comparison, a specific fear? Sometimes the most productive things you can do for your website is to sit with that for a bit, maybe even talk it through with someone before you touch a single platform. for. You're missing too many of the basics. If you don't have author photos, don't have any idea what your brand looks like yet, don't have copy, and don't have a clear goal, building a website right now means you'll be making every one of those decisions in real time while you're also trying to learn the platform. And that's a lot. It's how websites end up feeling rushed and unsatisfying even when they're done, too. What to do instead? Give yourself a dedicated prep window. Use the pre-gaming checklist from video 2. Get your assets together first and then build. I want to spend a minute here because I think this is where a lot of authors carry unnecessary weight. There's an enormous amount of pressure in the online author world and the online business world in general to be visible, to be building, to be launching, to be doing. And if you're not doing all those things right now, it can feel like you're falling behind. But behind what exactly? I've seen this happen many times. An author rushes to get something up because the pressure is too much. It doesn't reflect where they actually are, though, and it doesn't serve the readers they're trying to reach. And within a year, sometimes less, they're back at square one, this time with the added weight of feeling like they failed at it the first time. That's not a failure of the author, though. That's a failure of timing. There's a difference between avoidance and preparation. Avoidance is, I'm not ready to build yet, so I'm going to think about it later and not do anything. Preparation is, I'm not ready to build yet, so I'm going to use this time to get ready. If you're in the waiting category right now, I'd encourage you to make it active. Gather your assets, clarify your goal, research platforms. That's not falling behind, that's preparing for something worth building. A website built from clarity, even a simple one, will always outperform a website built from urgency. Because clarity shows up in every decision, in the copy, in the structure, in the images you choose. Readers feel it when a site knows what it's for, and they feel it when it doesn't. So if you're not quite there yet, give yourself permission to say so. It's not permanent, it's just a season. Okay, here's where I want to offer something, because I know that for some of you, the hardest part of this video is that you genuinely aren't sure which side of the line you're on. You're not sure if you're ready or not, and the uncertainty itself is what's keeping you stuck. That's exactly what the first page is designed for. It's a 60-minute clarity session where we sit down together, just us, and figure out where you actually are, what your site actually needs, and what the right next step is for your specific situation. Not a generic checklist, your situation. It's $47 and the link is in the description. And if you're sitting here thinking, I genuinely don't know where I stand, this is here for you. All right, lovelies, quick recap. Being ready to build isn't just about wanting a website. It's about having the clarity, the assets, and the purpose to build something that will actually do its job. And if you're not there yet, that's information, not a verdict. In the next video, we're going to talk about the pages most romance authors actually need. Not every page that exists, but the ones that matter most for where you are right now. Because once you are ready to build, you don't need to build everything. You just need to build the right things. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, lovelies. I'm Erin from Kiss and Tales, and I'll see you in the next video.